Hello, I'm Robert Ufer, and I'm the teacher of your son or daughter's metal and machining fabrication class here at Rocky Mountain High School. And I'm going to give you a little bit of information on what we're going to do in the class. We are starting with sheet metal, so we will be taking learning sheet metal stretch out, where we lay out sheet metal and are able to fold it up into different shapes and different forms, and end up with a couple projects, and one project being a box like this. And that's where we start with this class. So measurement, learning some sheet metal tools, safety, and things that pertain to sheet metal, occupations such as HVAC, and other things that are also covered. From there, we're going to break up into 3 groups. The whole class does the beginning sheet metal together, and then we'll break up into 3 groups. There will be a continuation of sheet metal where students can get a little more advanced and hopefully get creative with some of their projects and create something of their own. The next group will be a machining group, and in the machining group, we learn how to use the lathe, and students will be making a ring. To me, it's not a ring as much as it is a precision project. So they will be using the lathe, which will turn the ring, and they have to be as accurate as possible, hopefully down to 1/1000th of an inch. In terms of measurement, we use dial calipers, which are accurate to 1/1000th of an inch. And if we can get to within a hair thickness, which is about 3/1000th of an inch, that's considered pretty good success in this class with our tools. They'll also be learning how to use the manual mill. Here is a manual mill. There's 2 of them here. And just to cut out some small shapes. Great all-around tool, which is used to make many, many things in industry. Next, we will learn programming, how to program a computer-controlled mill. So it's called a CNC, Computer Numeric Control Milling Machine. And there's a couple examples of former students' work. We call it the nameplate assignment, but they can write other words and whatnot. And the point here is basically every movement of the machine is a line of code. So we would be starting over here, telling the machine to lift up, come down, start cutting, make a curve, come up, make another curve, lift up, and so on. So that's a very simple form of programming, and we call it G code or CNC programming. And this is really valuable. Most shops and most industries use CNC today to make parts. And once you have the program written, you can make infinite number of those parts. The machine will just continue to cut it out until something wears out or breaks down. Then the next group, we will be learning welding. So again, with all of these, machining, welding, sheet metal, there's safety factor, hence my safety glasses. And we'll be learning welding, learning how to use arc welding and MIG welding are the 2 types of welding we'll have. They start with some basic practices. We call them beads, laying beads down and then welding a couple pieces together in a variety of different configurations or joints. And then they'll also have a project where they get to create their own, I call it a pencil holder. And I don't give them a design or a plan for this. I let them kind of freeform and with the emphasis on welding. So they get a lot of experience. For instance, you can see all the welds on this creative pencil holder that a former student made. And throughout all of these things, you'll get a good understanding of our entire shop. And we have here and have the basics that can transfer to either engineering, front range welding courses, going straight into the welding field, or many other occupations that require hands-on experience and the use of tools, three-dimensional thinking, that type of thing. If you need to get in touch with me about anything, the best way, without a doubt, is email. It's rufer@psdschools.org, and I'd be glad to answer any questions you have or set up a time where we could talk in person. Thank you. Looking forward to working with your students. Oh, one more thing. There is a $25 fee for this course. That can be paid at the fee window in the front or online. I do ask that students bring in a receipt, and then I can mark them off. There will be a small grade in gradebook just to keep track of who's paid. If your student is on free and reduced lunch, they can simply go to the fee window and get a receipt and bring that to me without any charge. So looking forward to it. It's going to be a great semester. Having students back in person, as you can all imagine, in a metal shop is much better than trying to teach this stuff at home. So thanks for your time and have a good day.